Good morning, everybody. I've been kind of like MIA, but it's not because I'm like going through it, even though I see a lot of people going through it right now, especially like even Lance, he's like totally going through it right now. But the reason I've been MIA is 'cause I've been in this crazy, like creative, productive energy, which I'm always in productive energy, but like springtime kind of brings that out of me anyways. And so like even though I can feel some of the uneasiness come forward, it's been more like I feel like I finally mastering when the triggers come up, being able to choose a different perspective. And so that's maybe why it's been a little bit smoother for me, because I've really ironed out the wrinkles in a lot of my like huge blockages that have been, hovering over me and impacting my life for so long. And so it feels good to be able to be the calm in the storm and just kind of, flow with everything that's going on right now, without feeling like I'm deeply affected by it. Even though I'm sensitive to the collective energy, so I feel it regardless coming up. It's just how are you going to handle it? How are you going to let it impact you? And once you start to rewire your brain to be a different person, literally you have to change who you are. You have to deprogram yourself in order to become this different person, in order to be able to choose a different perspective when you get those same old triggers from those cycles, from those energetic blockages, and when they come up. And so that's why I haven't really been on making videos. I've just been like, those creative juices are flowing because I'm not giving things that don't serve me my energy. So I'm able to alchemize those energies into creative energy. You can use the energy that you save by not doing the same old toxic things to boost yourself in the direction that you want to be, whether it has to do with your your new business or your relationship, or it doesn't even have to do with how you interact with others or anything like that. It can just be planting flowers in the garden. Like for me, I've been outside a ton. Today it is freaking freezing, but I have been outside in the garden. I have to like make flower beds. We've started our seeds inside. I've been painting the trellises because we just started raining here this year. So like just kind of like sprucing up the backyard, like spring cleaning. My mom, she runs it's kind of like, it's not a community center. She runs like a shelter of sort, but not really a shelter either, because it's like kids come there for an after school program. It's for underprivileged kids in this community that has a lot of poverty. And it's actually the town that she grew up in. And I spent some time there in my childhood as well, because a lot of my mom's side of my family is there. But anyways, I was out there helping her. There was a different point I was going to make in regards to that, but I can't remember it already. So, but my point is that if you're able to get past those cycles and you're not feeling like you're going through it right now, if you are going through it right now, then that's what the spirit is in the universe is asking you to look at. Like, okay, here's the trigger. You want to react in the same old way so badly. But you're going to choose a different perspective this time, right? Or are you just going to, pick up another drink? Or are you just going to emotionally react in your relationship? Or are you just going to stay in a toxic relationship? Or are you just going to, the list goes on, stay at a job, you know what I'm saying? You're going to make the same old choice. Because once you stop making the same old choice and you start seeing life in a different way, that's when you can use the energy to really like create heaven on earth for yourself. Step into higher vibrational energies that are a match to everything that you want. Now, what really triggered me to come on and make this video today was this morning, I kind of like to lay in bed sometimes. I'll force myself to, otherwise I'll be up at 5 in the morning, literally doing laundry and just doing miscellaneous things, because it's the type of personality I am. So I'll like force myself to lay in bed for like a couple hours even, because my kids don't even get up till like 7, or sometimes like, or even 7, 8, between 7 and 9 o'clock. That's when my kids get up. So I usually get up at 5, and I don't know, I'm just automatically, that's when I'm up. So I'll force myself to lay in the bed, and I'll receive downloads a lot of times during that period. So I've learned that that's important. That's important time for me to have with myself, because most of my other time is, a lot of it's catering to other people and taking care of my family. So I received a download this morning. I was listening to a video of this. I follow a lot of spiritual accounts, but I don't necessarily watch everybody's videos. But I was just scrolling through, and I clicked on this video, and this guy was talking about health, and he was talking about the thyroid, he was talking about oral health, he was talking about, I don't know, it was like he was getting so into the specifics of like what you can do for your body. It was like his passion. You could tell it was like the route he went down. It was like the health route. You know how everybody kind of has a niche once you figure out what your purpose is? And you dive into it. Well, like, he was getting into so much detail, and I was just like, I finally kind of stopped watching it a little bit, and Spirit gave me this download about it, and I was like, okay, what are you trying to tell me, you know? And I wrote it down because I didn't want to miss any details. I also left a message in the comments underneath that Instagram video, because I wanted people to look at it in a different perspective, and not be so like obsessively researching something. Or, okay, let me get into the download, because I had to explain it before I even tell you what it is. So when I listened to this guy talking about health, Spirit was coming through, and it was like, if you keep your vibration high, you have to keep your vibration high to align with your body's highest potential. So your body will reject anything that doesn't align with that frequency. If you raise your frequency and then you eat soda or chips like you used to eat in the past, it'll give you a horrible stomach ache now that you have a higher vibration. And you won't want what's not for you at that time, what's not a vibrational match. So your body will want to reject anything that isn't a vibrational match to what it is in that moment. And so in turn, if you're to eat something, even if it's healthy, that doesn't align to you, then your body will, in some way, maybe through a stomach ache or some type of reaction, will reject it. Okay, so even if your brain says this is a healthy food, but your higher self says no, it's because your body knows what it needs for balance. Every day is unique. Even some days your body knows you need to fast that day, so you might get an intuitive hit that, hey, maybe I should fast today, or maybe I should fast a couple days this week, or maybe I should look into intermittent fasting if that's better for me. I will say personally, I like to intermittent fast. I usually do. I don't eat until the afternoon, and I try to stop eating early in the evening now, and I've just been making way better choices, because literally I cannot eat a lot of the things that I used to eat, because I will be in pain and be taking activated charcoal to try to absorb whatever is going on in my stomach. So yeah, as you raise your vibration, your body will reject things, and you'll get to the point where you will be eating what is best for you, because your body's going to tell you exactly what it needs. And then you'll be able to get to this point where you can follow those intuitive hits and know exactly what you need to be in balance. And then it said, it's a simple but yet paradoxical solution. Consistently maintain a higher vibration, and everything falls into place. Even being too interested in something could bring in resistance. It's about flow. It's about the moment. And this is what it was that triggered me. He was like, so, and this is no knock on him. This is his passion. This is what he digs into. But I felt resistance in his energy, because he was so obsessed with getting the most detailed scientific, like, this is the answer. Like, let me run every test on my body that you could possibly imagine. That kind of vibe. And it was just like, your intuition will tell you. You don't have to put so much effort. you don't have to put so much effort into trying to figure out what the answers are, because the answers are within you. And if you listen to your body and you listen to those intuitive hits, hey, eat this, hey, introduce this new supplement that like iodine, that's good for the thyroid if you have thyroid issues, and look into things like that, you'll get those intuitive hits. But to obsess over something almost brings in that fear of like, if I don't do this, if I don't obsess over this, if I don't consume this information, then I won't know how to be the most highest vibration, amazing being possible, and live super long and look super young and all this stuff. And it's just like, it's a fear, it's a form of resistance. And the more you let go and just flow with the universe, you realize how effortless it is. Like, yes, you will learn along the way, but you won't want to obsess. You won't even be on the same topic long enough to obsess about it, because you'll be on to the next intuitive hit that's telling you how you can raise your vibration in order to bring your body into alignment of its highest potential. And it's a little ladder, and you keep going up the ladder gradually and gradually and gradually until you reach this point where you're not even thinking about those things. You're just moving through your day in the moment. And whatever happens, happens. And it's okay if it wasn't according to some plan you made. You won't even be making plans. You won't even be making vision boards, because it's not necessary when you're just in the moment, in flow with the universe, receiving intuitive hits from your higher self, your own higher self, and really flowing with what's best for you. There is no box to fit in. There is no special diet that's going to work for everybody, ever. Not everybody's chemical reactions that are going on in their body, not one person is the same exact thing as somebody else. Not one person's health or body or person's, like, even experiences that and traumas that they have, that impacts your health. Nothing, no two people are the same. So no two people would require the same diet or treatment or exercise or whatever it is. That's why it's so important to stop taking advice from everybody else and tune in to your own higher self, so you know what's right for you. Science is a beautiful thing, but if we can intertwine that with the spiritual aspects of things, that's when we'll be off to the races. Because when you depend too much on another person's opinion, even if it's like somebody who's obsessed in a certain diet or how something holistically works in science and all these studies that have been done, when you obsess too much, it brings in resistance. And it's not you connecting to you, because you won't be on and obsessed with something when you're in flow, because you don't have enough time. You're on to the next moment. You're on to the next intuitive hit. You're on to the next thing that will raise your vibration to create this reality of the highest potential of who you can be and what you can experience, which will in turn morph the entire collective, raise the entire collective consciousness, because you're raising your consciousness by getting to know who you truly are through your time spent with you, receiving information from you, not anybody else. And you will be led to little nuggets of information that you need to know medically or in terms of what you eat. But you don't become attached to it. You take what resonates, you leave what doesn't, you keep it pushing to the next moment. And in that moment, you feel into it and you see what's coming through. And then you organically become this higher version, beautiful, amazing version of yourself, and create this beautiful new earth reality. And then in turn, give that to the rest of the world through being you. But, and this is no bash on the person who made that video. He gives out so much amazing information, mad respect. You know, I'm not even going to put his name out there. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we're all out here looking at the things from different perspectives and sharing those perspectives in order to grow individually and as collective. So I hope this message helped you guys today. I love you so much. Have an amazing day.